Just about every round has been either a unit drop or a combat power or skill specialist. Also, take a look at these sledges being the absolute MVP. Level 7, soon to be level 8. 500,000 points of damage, more than that actually. Most kills as well. These are my carry unit right now. And if a unit of sledges carries into a board that is fielding level 7 and probably soon to be above marksmen, you know that the sledges are right now living their best lives. If sledges outlevel the marksmen, something is going really good here. I decide to go for something that can hopefully end this game. I drop triple sandworm with sandstorm in the hope of nerfing my opponent's marksman range into nothing. There is EMP, so I once again have to shield, and next turn I'm gonna have to shield against the nukes. And then I guess I get a round of pause unless something else drops. And then it's 3 more rounds of EMPs. What madness is this? I don't have any combat powers here right now. Levels are coming down on the units, and I guess just more of the same on the part of my opponent. I think I should have sold these steel balls a long time ago, but I guess they do take sledge time. Oh, yeah, EMP. But fortunately, the sandworms don't get hit by that. Let's see how much they are actually doing, because it's hard to really quantify it. So now the sandstorm range is a lot more visible, and I guess I'm kind of shooting my own units with the sandstorm here. On this side it's a lot better because I was able to beacon it to a more reasonable spot. But here I'm not even sure I did myself a favor with that. I think I may simply have done myself a disservice with it. As you can see, this is not my round. My sledges got destroyed pretty quickly. I guess I did a big fat blunder here. I rely on range in order to survive. And I nerfed my own range. I hoped I had enough range, but that was not actually true. I still have some marksmen left, but it's definitely going in the way of my opponent. He gets to kill some of my expensive devices. Well, honestly, 100 cost devices are not that much in round 13. The insanity has continued. It is round 13 and no player has dipped below 1000 health. Well, here's the double nuke. Here is double freaking nuke. Like, there's a lot. There also, I think, was another skill specialist, but I mean, there is nuke. There's nuke and we have EMP. Chances that shields are being broken quickly are pretty freaking high. My opponent decides to drop both nukes on the same spot. I didn't know this before, but actually the first nuke will break the shield, and the second nuke that is technically landing at exactly the same time is going to destroy the units. So, ladies and gentlemen, after I blundered with the sandworms, and there is a double nuke on my side of the board, take your guess if this is going to be the final round. I, however, have an EMP and another nuke, and I also have oil, and I have a missile. There is so many combat powers, it's starting to almost clip into the replay UI down here. Like, add one more of these big ones and I think we're there. Surely this is going to be the last round, right? My opponent is more by beaconing some of these units back. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess that is to keep the Vulcan alive and maybe have it spew out some extra fire. I did build even more anti-missile devices. You can see there's an insane amount of them. But I think they were still from last round. Yeah, this round I only spent 4 devices on shields. My opponent is also putting some wasps in the back. But I honestly don't think that is good here. They are not going to accomplish as much because some of these wasps get shot down before their shields activate. And then there's fangs shooting at them anyway. Nukes have landed. A lot of stuff has been obliterated. Well, after the dust settles, this side is gone and my middle units are mostly gone. But there is some sledges that for whatever reason survived. And I managed to break through to a tower. That is the advantage of not putting your nuke in the middle. You can get a tower, because there's not going to be anything left defending it. My sledges do actually push the marksman. Despite being double nuked, it is looking pretty good for me. Shield is still alive. Is it going to survive? This shield is going to survive, no matter what. Nope, shield dies, and the wasps get to work on some anti-missile devices. They get one, but they're probably not going to get another. There is only wasps and sledges left, so the sledges don't have anything left to do. And my marksmen will plink down these wasps because they are not enough to kill these level 4 sledgehammers. However, it is still not the end. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 14. I think I've never been so high on the rounds. We have another combat power, but we also have skill specialist. My opponent picks it, and you bet that I am picking it as well. A tiny bit more, and we are clipping through this. Is there anything we can unlock? I don't think there is. I don't think there is anything we can unlock. It is so close to clipping through here. I decide to drop double missiles on both sides, simply to get that annoying wasp squadron out of the way now. Or these annoying wasp squadrons. We have so much money, I don't even know which buttons to hit anymore. Like, do I want to hit aerial spec or EMP? I'm already basically EMPing everything. There really isn't many buttons that you can hit at this point. Oil comes out, Vulcan, and missile, and EMP, and next round there will be more EMPs. And if this continues further, but it's not going to. Let's just put it that. There would be double nuke in 3 turns. My opponent decides to go for a war factory, because I guess how else are you going to spend your money? I'm still not sure what to really do here. I just drop my combat powers all over, hoping to get that tower again and kill my opponent under the tower debuff. He goes for double shooting scorpions. That is going to wreck a lot of sledges. He puts a shield down, but unfortunately he's out of money. He completely forgot to shield. An absolutely, like, cataclysmic is about the only word that works. EMP hits. This is probably the fattest EMP that I have seen in my life. The sledge blob is largely uncontested because the scorpions don't outrange it and don't shoot at it. This side is being broken through and there isn't much protecting this tower. Wasp is starting to work on the marksman, but the marksman is level 6 and actually has 15k HP. However, there is still some stuff left here that could potentially get the tower, but it does not. If a scorpion had hit the tower, all my sledges here have already disappeared. It would have been a range war that I would be under tower debuff against, but I am not. Now the big question is this going to be the end? It looks like that because that is too many marksmen. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. One marksman dying would have meant round 15. One more marksman dying would have meant round 15. Despite the freaking fat EMP, the fattest EMP that I have seen in my entire life hitting. I don't even know what you could do to make this EMP worse. All of these units, marksmen with double tech, scorpions with double tech, and Vulcans with double tech, shields on wasps into a board of only marksmen that can shoot up, and I guess some fangs. Wow. Wow. Well, the fun is not over yet. Because, as is tradition, not since long, but since recently, since it's possible, I have decided to go and try to win against myself, basically. So I'm going to just clip that with a tiny bit to break the shields. I'm also going to see if I can land a really fat oil here. What do I even want to do with the mobile beacon? I guess I'm going to do the same as he did, right? Going to move some of these units back. But I think I want the Vulcan about as late as it is possible. War Factory, I don't think it's particularly worth it. Although these are some pretty high-tech units. I should definitely remember the shield, and I'm actually going to throw that Vulcan back here. Yeah, let's shield. Let us shield, because without shields, we are going to die. Quite the painful death. Make sure about everything is being shielded. Definitely throw levels on the marksman and hit all of these buttons. Come on. Where's my upgrade all button? Oops, that was a pack of fangs. I guess I don't want to upgrade them. Maybe that's the reason there's no upgrade all button. I guess that shouldn't matter all that much. I think my opponent's idea of elite recruiting and putting double tech on Scorpion is not a bad idea, but I also think that maybe... Nah, actually no siege mode. Let's just throw this here. Throw this here. Look where there even is some space on this board to throw these units. I guess it's gonna have to be there. Alright, this Vulcan managed to kill a good amount of late chaff. And that should be pretty important. My units did not get EMP'd this time, so there's a good chance that the Scorpions will hit very hard. Yeah, this is looking a lot like I'm going to get destroyed here. See the difference that the EMP made? There still is some Scorpions which have not been EMP'd, despite the abundance of EMP. Level 2 Scorpion instantly gets popped. Tower stays alive, not for long though. And it ends up being a terrifying defeat. Mass Scorpion definitely was the correct approach from my opponent. The only mistake that he made was he forgot the shields. He plain forgot the shields. That is such a painful thing. I feel bad for him, honestly. That has to be a very frustrating way of losing. I didn't even use my oil here because I simply didn't have the time to put everything down and think about what to do. Yeah, this was a crazy game. This was an absolutely crazy game. And if one more marksman on my side had died, this would have meant round 15. That is... Ay, 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 ay. Or if one marksman had died in any round before that on my side. One more. I don't even know what to say. This was an absolute blast. Thank you everybody for watching and listening. I hope to see you next time again. And yeah, I guess in the end, even with sledges and EMP, I kind of think as of EMP sledges as a counter to Scorpion. Maybe in the late game that isn't as true as I thought it is. Well, thanks for watching and listening once again. Thank you everybody for watching. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of a wreck. Thanks. See you next time. Bye. Oh, I just see now. I did get asymmetry here. Ah!